Real-life heroes. In this video, we're going to watch some of the most incredible moments ever caught on camera. I'm talking about real-life heroes who stepped up when nobody else would. Their stories will absolutely blow your mind. We're going to show you a farmer who gave away his entire harvest to feed hundreds of hungry families, a teenager who spent all their savings just to help the elderly, an anonymous stranger who paid off millions in hospital debt for people they've never even met. Close-up of Paid in Full stamp. These aren't superheroes from movies. These are ordinary people doing extraordinary things. You will not believe what you're about to see. This is going to be an emotional roller coaster. We've found the most inspiring stories from around the world, each one more unbelievable than the last. Chapter 1. Imagine seeing your neighbors, people you've known your whole life, struggling to put food on the table. That was the reality for Farmer Thompson. He watched the lines at the local food bank grow longer each week and saw the worry in parents' faces and the sad eyes of children. He wasn't wealthy. Farming is tough, tight margins, unpredictable seasons, and every crop mattered to his own family. But the thought of the elderly and young children going without was a burden he couldn't bear. He knew what he had to do. He made an offer that left her speechless. He wasn't donating a few boxes, he was donating his entire harvest, every last potato, every ear of corn, every single vegetable from his fields. A sacrifice of monumental proportions, a bet on humanity over his own security. Overnight, shelves went from bare to bursting with fresh produce. A single mother wept as she filled her children's plates, a scene repeated again and again. He just said, "You can't watch your neighbors starve." His act sparked a town-wide movement of giving, time, money, and resources. He showed that a hero isn't someone with superpowers, but a super-sized heart. Chapter 2. For many elderly people, a simple trip to the doctor isn't simple at all. Transportation, cost, depending on others. 17-year-old Alex saw this firsthand. One missed bus or an unavailable family member could cancel crucial care. Alex had saved for years for a first car, the ultimate teenage freedom, but a new plan formed. What if that money could give freedom back to others? It was radical, giving up a personal dream for strangers. Over $2,000, every cent, went to launch senior shuttles. A simple phone line and flyers, rides to doctors, groceries, even to visit friends. The first call came from Margaret, 85, who hadn't visited her husband's grave in over a year. The response was overwhelming. Dozens used the service. For them, it was more than a ride. It was a lifeline. The difference between isolation and connection, despair and hope. Arthur had missed critical cardiology appointments, couldn't afford taxis, didn't want to burden his kids. He told Alex, "You didn't just give me a ride, kid. You gave me my life back. You let me feel like a man again, not just an old burden." That summed it up. This wasn't transportation. It was restoring dignity. By giving up their dream, Alex empowered a generation to live with more independence and less worry. You don't need age or titles to make a monumental difference, just a compassionate heart and the will to put others first. Chapter 3. Imagine pulling another medical bill you can't possibly pay. For millions, debt is a crushing, inescapable weight. Now imagine a letter saying your entire balance has been paid by an anonymous donor. A hospital began receiving large anonymous payments, earmarked to clear patients' debts. Instructions were simple. Use it to help those struggling the most. The donor had no connection. An angel of mercy, unseen. A NICU family, an elderly man with cancer, a single mother after surgeries. One by one, accounts went to zero. The reactions were shock and relief, pure life-changing liberation. Over $1,500,000 in debt, gone, freeing more than 50 families. The scale is staggering, but the humility is greater. This wasn't just paying a bill, it was a clean slate. The identity remains a mystery, the impact is undeniable. Some of the greatest heroes are the ones we never see. Their legacy lives in every life forever changed. Every day, thousands rush through the subway, minds on destinations, ears closed. But Samuel played for a bigger purpose. Every cent counted. A defunded music program, broken instruments, a struggling teacher, struck a chord. He vowed to fund new instruments. For 2 years, he played through winter and summer, fingers sore, heart full. Slowly the money added up, from hundreds to thousands. He lived humbly and saved. After 24 months, over $15,000. He walked into the school with boxes of brand new instruments, violins, trumpets, flutes, drums, everything a music room dreams of. The teacher cried, the kids gasped, then erupted with joy. The room filled with glorious noise. Samuel stood in the back smiling. Mission complete. Chapter 5. For the Millers, a fire took everything. No insurance, no savings. They felt utterly alone until the community heard. Dave, a construction foreman, rallied trades, asking not for money, but time and skill. By morning, an army of volunteers descended on the site. Professionals and neighbors showed up, ready to work for free. Local businesses donated materials. A diner fed crews daily. From sunup to sundown, the sounds of rebuilding filled the air. What takes months was done in days. They weren't just raising walls, they were rebuilding hope. In 10 days, a charred ruin became a beautiful new home, furnished and stocked, top to bottom. At the reveal, they cried and embraced strangers who became family. Children ran to new bedrooms, parents touched painted walls in disbelief. Together, the community gave them back more than a house. They gave them back their life. Chapter 6. Maria ran a small cafe, working long hours to get by. She saw the hungry and the forgotten, people invisible to crowds. Though money was tight, her heart was set. She started small, no questions asked. The first to walk in was Ben, skeptical, bracing for a catch. She greeted him with kindness and a hot meal. He returned the next day, then others came too. It became a quiet routine. Those who paid and those who couldn't were treated the same. She cut her own pay to keep meals going. The cafe became a sanctuary. Dignity served daily. Ben found stability, then work. First paycheck day, he laid a 20 on the counter. This is for the next person who's hungry. One small business, one simple sign, creating a loop of hope and progress. Chapter 7. In Ms. Davis's underfunded school, basics were missing. It was heartbreaking to watch kids share what should be theirs. The district had no money, so she used her own waitressing nights. She hunted sales for crayons, notebooks, hundreds of pencils, and a diverse library. On day 1, every desk had supplies. Shelves overflowed with books. The before and after was stunning. I've never had my very own book before. That moment made every sacrifice worth it. She sent a message. You matter. Your education matters. I believe in you. Her generosity turned scarcity into possibility. Outro. And that's it. 7 stories of ordinary people who became real-life heroes. Slow-motion montage. Kids getting instruments. Slow-motion montage. The farmer's smile. Slow-motion montage. Maria's cafe. From a farmer giving away his entire livelihood to a teacher spending her own money to give kids a better future. They didn't have superpowers or billion-dollar bank accounts. They saw a problem, felt it in their hearts, and decided to do something about it. They chose kindness over apathy. And changed lives. I told you it would be hard not to cry, and if you made it, you're stronger than I am. One person can make a massive difference. You don't have to rebuild a house, buy someone's coffee, volunteer an hour, be a friend. Every act of kindness creates ripples. The world can feel dark, but people like you are the light.